Hello. Have you been asking yourself, what do married bookworms do? Well, we're going to answer your questions today in this episode. I know, everyone's asking these questions. There's just a lot of curiosity. What do two married bookworms do when they're not doing book stuff?
So some of these are book related.
But a lot are still book related, so you're going to find out the answers to those too. We want to show off a couple books that we got. So the last two episodes, we talked a lot about the used book sale we went to. But before we went to that used book sale, we actually went to Barnes & Noble the night before. And we were so pumped about the used book sale, we never even showed off these books. So we're going to show those books quick. Then we actually got quite a few questions to answer. So we're going to try to get through them quickly because this is supposed to be our shorter episode, but
might be a longer, shorter episode.
we will do our best. This is a long, short episode, so buckle up.
Try to cruise through them.
Grab your drink or snack of choice, and let's answer some of your questions to us. But first off, let's show these books. So we went to Barnes & Noble, and the first thing we got is, I don't know if your Barnes & Noble does this, but if you buy a drink at like the cafe, they usually have like a $5 book sitting.
Yeah, I can't really ever say no to them.
They have a $5 book. It's like your cafe special. If you buy a drink, you can buy the book for $5, and we pretty much always buy it.
It's too
good of a deal.
So even if it's a book I've never heard of before, I'm like, all right, you got me.
So it was this book here. The baristas are always like, are usually like reading that book at the same time.
Yeah, so she said it's good. Long live evil.
They're good at selling the books to us, but
fantasy.
it doesn't take much.
Yeah.
So we haven't heard of it, but scored this one.
Yeah.
It retails for $19.99.
Yeah,
$25
for $5.
$25.99 in Canada. And a lot of our Canadian watchers always ask, like, are the prices you read off, are those the U.S. prices? Like, yes, they are.
Yes.
And someone asked curiosity too, like, do your books show the Canadian prices? Because they're like, in Canada, they show the Canadian price and the U.S. price. We're like, yes, they do.
They do, yep.
So this book retails for $19.99 U.S., $25.99 in Canada. So for $5.
Bucks, yep.
So I actually had a really hard time deciding what to buy at Barnes & Noble because every book I found or like wanted to get was not there, which...
I got like impatient, not because I couldn't spend more time at the store, but it was like the longer I spent there, I'm like, we're gonna go over on our gift card because I'm gonna keep finding books that I will happily get. And I'm like, are you done yet?
I was just very disappointed because you think at Barnes & Noble I'd find whatever I want, but I was having a hard time. I was looking for a different Blake Crouch book called Recursion, but I decided to buy his brand new book. It's called Famous. And, it's really shiny.
Yeah.
The one thing I saw, it's going to be an upcoming film starring Zac Efron, who we are a big fan of.
Yep.
But this book sounds really good. A short little book. This is his brand new book, Gloriously Twisting. It's actually about like a guy who pretends to be a movie star. Because he looks like this. He looks like the guy. So he kind of just pretends to be him. And I'm sure a lot of stuff ensues. But I hadn't heard of it. But Blake Crouch is slowly becoming one of my authors I want to read a lot of his books. So I ended up grabbing that one. We had a gift card for $35, so we're like...
Doesn't get you very far at Barnes & Noble.
We figured we could each get one paperback.
And then we got this one, so like we went over very, very slightly.
Yeah. So I grabbed this one. And then, why don't you show the one you picked up?
I grabbed Lula Dean's Little Library of Banned Books by Kirsten Miller. This has definitely been on my TBR for quite some time. So, and I had a really hard time deciding. I think I came over to Corey and had 4 different books, and I'm like, you're gonna have to help me because, yeah.
I wasn't
he
very
wasn't
much
super helpful, but I did narrow it down. And I think I did kind of my decision was influenced by going on Goodreads. I did look to see what the average rating was.
You did.
And just I've heard so many good things. So I'm like, and then coming off of Banned Books Week that just happened recently, I was like, this felt very timely. I don't know how soon I will read it, but yeah, it looks very good.
Soon, sooner, or more soon?
I know, right? That's the $1 million question. How does this go again? I don't know. It's probably going to go in the sooner category.
Sooner.
Somewhere in the middle.
Sooner is a good answer.
This might be a good one to start off the new year with. I could see this being a January read. Yeah.
So those are the 3 books we got at Barnes & Noble.
Yeah.
And so we had to show them because we're like, we haven't even showed them yet.
didn't show
We got those before we went to the used book sale. So.
Yes, the night before.
But that was cool. So on our last video, the end of it, if you didn't catch the end of the last video, shame on you. We asked you guys to ask us some questions. They could be book related, non-book related. Most are book related, but we got some good other questions. So if you've not watched the last two videos, go back and watch them. If you still want to ask us a question, it's not too late. You can answer it in a future video. I think we got 15 questions. So we're gonna get through them. This is more of a get to know each other question and answer, since we did get monetized and we're building this little book community with you guys. So we figured you guys might want to know more about the married bookworms.
And if there's something that we answer that you would also like to answer about yourself, put that in the comments.
So the first,
then we can mutually get to know each other.
Exactly. I'm getting to know you guys from the comments. A lot of you shared where you were from. That was cool. If you haven't shared where you're from yet, now's the time to do that. We got people from all over the United States and all over the world, which is great. So the first question is for Katie specifically. Someone was wondering if you finished that Stephen King book you were reading, Billy Summers.
I did not. I just could not get into it. I even tried audiobook and it was just, yeah. I was not into it at like the quarter of the way through mark, and it's a big book. I don't think I'll revisit it. I don't know if Corey could maybe get into it, but I was majorly struggling. So I'm gonna have to go back to like one of his older books and try that. So my next one for him will be Carrie. I do want to read that one. It's much shorter. I've heard good things about it. I'm already familiar with the story because I saw the movie ages ago. So it'll be interesting to read the book and see how they compare. But I'm gonna go with that one. So it seems like a safer bet, and that I would hopefully like it.
So you DNF'd Carrie. Carrie. Billy Summers.
Yeah, Billy Summers. I did DNF, and like a lot of people in my virtual book club were struggling too. So it wasn't just me. So couldn't do it.
I mean, it's not. It's not for everyone. Well, it's not. It's no big deal. All right. The next questions are kind of about a relationship.
I like that.
So, how did we meet? How long have you been married? How long have you been together? And then someone asked, who kissed who first?
I don't know if I even remember, honestly. It was a while ago. It was probably
I know. I don't. It doesn't sound like me.
It doesn't sound like you.
I'm very not unassertive.
Yeah, well, seeing as how I'm the one that technically like started it all, I asked you out actually.
Exactly.
But yeah, our
How did we meet?
isn't groundbreaking by any means, but it's still a fun story to tell. We went to the same high school, but we did not really know each other very well. We decided that we were probably in one class together. I think we took a math class together, and actually, funny enough, both of our younger siblings were in it too because they're smarter than we are.
Hey.
So he has a sister 2 years younger and a sister 2 years older. So like his sister 2 years younger. It's actually her birthday today. So I don't know if Courtney ever watches these, but happy birthday, Courtney. And then my brother a year younger than me. And I feel like I kind of remember the four of us being in that class together.
Yeah.
But like I was with someone else at the time. I don't know if Corey was dating anyone else, but we weren't like, totally paying attention to each other. And I still like to give him a hard time, but he like saw me at one of the talent shows, I think, when I was it freshman year?
Freshman year, yeah.
Okay, so freshman year, and I think he went with someone and like pointed me out to him or something on stage and like said he should ask me out. And I'm like, well, why didn't you?
I was focusing on school. I was very serious about my schooling.
And if I remember correctly, you were a little sad about not making the baseball team that night.
Yeah, I got
cut.
That
what it was?
It was the same night I got cut from the baseball team.
So he just wasn't feeling it, but it's okay. So anyway, we knew very little of each other in high school, but then reconnected like after we were both done with college. We were out with like mutual friends downtown at a bar. And yeah, the guy I happened to be with for that night was kind of being a jerk, and so in swooped Corey, and we like hit it off, and I was like, okay, cool.
Knight in shining armor.
And
I rode in on a stallion.
Yep.
And I was like, howdy, lady.
But he clearly made an impression on me, so I think became Facebook friends or something shortly thereafter, and I sent him a message and I was like, hey, would you ever want to hang out sometime? We also connected over the show New Girl. We both were into that. So, like, a couple different things there, and I guess the rest is history. So
I know.
Yeah.
So we've been married for 10 years.
It was 10 years in June.
So that first meeting was in 2011.
We started dating on 11/11/11.
So we've been together since then, been married for 10 years. It was this June 26th was our 10-year wedding anniversary. And who kissed who first? I don't know.
Yeah. But then, next month it'll be 14 years together.
On our first date, I hugged her because I'm a gentleman. I would never do that. So
that's our love story.
And somebody asked me specifically what version of Jurassic Park I'm looking for. She said she just found a first edition hardcover at her local bookstore. I think at Half Price Books, and that's what I'm looking for.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be a first edition. I'm just looking for a hardcover copy of it.
Yeah.
I have a hardcover of The Lost World. So I'm looking
To
for
match.
I'm looking for I've never seen a hardcover out in the wild of that book. I haven't really seen that book out much.
You were hoping to score at the book sale.
So I'm looking for a hardcover version of Jurassic Park. If you have an extra and you want to give it to me,
to pass
if you want to gift it to me, I would film a whole video of that encounter.
He's been looking for it for quite some time.
I could just go on eBay and buy it, but I'm not gonna do that. I want to find it organically. I have a dream of just walking up to a used book sale or a little free library and finding it and having a freaking out. Or it'd be cool if someone sent it to me too.
Yeah.
But
Either way.
So I'm looking for just a hardcover copy of Jurassic Park. So if you got one, fine. Get my address. All right. Someone is wondering, what type of read alouds do you do with your kiddos?
Yeah, I like to be realistic about it, and as Corey has experienced, we kind of struggle because our kids are different ages. We have a 4, 6, and almost 9-year-old. So their attention spans vary, and so I do try to be mindful of their different ages. But I'm trying to get them to have more of an attention span and just and sit and really listen to it and get something out of it. But I did the Wild Robot series. We did all 3 of those. They were pretty into them. They also really liked the movie. So yeah, I do chapter books, but I mean, they're more simple chapter books, and then some of them do still have pictures, so then that kind of keeps their attention too. I've read Because of Winn-Dixie, if you're familiar with that book. I did the One and Only Ivan, and then the One and Only Bob.
Yep.
We still need to acquire, she's come out with 1 or 2 other books, and I'd like to buy them. I do want to own those because then we would keep going with that series. What else?
You just finished Flora and Ulysses.
We did. We just read Flora and Ulysses. They like that movie too.
Yeah, our kids are still pretty young for Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter.
Right, for anything bigger, but I'm hoping that eventually one day, and then I can't wait to read the Chronicles of Narnia with them, because that's a big one that has stuck with me for ever since I was younger, because my dad read those books to my brothers and me, and that's just always a really special memory for me. And really ultimately what I think got me into the love of books and reading, and I have that memory from when I was quite young.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they're not quite ready for those longer ones yet, but we'll get there. But yeah, those are the ones we've kind of been doing, and yeah, we just keep doing it. Sometimes it takes us a little longer to get through some of them just because they will only sit for so long. But
yeah, try to read a little bit.
Before bed, that's when we do those. We try to shut the TV off at a good time, and then get some reading in before they're way too sleepy, and do that before they go to bed. So
good question.
Yeah.
All right, so the next question, I don't know if I answered to. You might have an answer to the next question. It is, where would you like to visit based on a location in a book, real or fictional?
Oh, you skipped this one. Were you gonna come back to it?
We'll go back to that one.
Okay.
You don't call me out like that.
Sorry. Where would you like to visit based on a location in a book? Okay.
Real or fictional?
Well, the first thing that I thought of, because I glanced at these before we came on, I recently read, and I've read three of her books, by Carly Fortune.
Mm-hmm.
And she, I believe, sets all of hers in Canada, but I could be wrong. But the one that I read last summer by her takes place in Prince Edward Island, and it sounds like a dream. And and also, if you are a classics fan, which she was inspired by that classic when she wrote her book from last summer, is Anne of Green Gables. And so I did finally do Anne of Green Gables on audio last fall. I'd love to revisit it, and it's actually really nice to read it physically at some point. But yeah, it sounds like a very magical, delightful place. And I've been to Canada, but it was a long time ago. It was Ontario that I went to. So I'd love to make it back to Canada. Just I would. That was the one that was just kind of jumping out at me. But I also did read another book more recently. Maine characters. So Maine,
like
also
the state.
Yeah, Maine like the state. It's like a plate.
That'd be nice. I'd love to go to Maine.
So those are the ones standing out to me.
Yeah, I guess for me, I've read a lot of books by English authors recently, and like England just sounds really nice.
It does.
Because it's a big book. It's a big book area too, reading area.
Yeah.
And I just want like to eat the food, drink the beer, and just listen to the accents.
Yes.
And have them listen to our accent.
Yeah, because we have accents.
We have
for
accents
them,
too.
To them.
So I guess I would say England. Just Europe. I just go
Well, I definitely want to go to Europe.
Europe in general.
But because we were answering based on this, that's what those were sticking out in my mind. But no, my biggest bucket list is for sure Europe, and specifically Paris.
I told Katie we can go to Paris once we pay off our mortgage. So
motivation.
Hopefully sooner or soonish.
Yeah.
All right. The next question is one I've actually been contemplating doing. Someone asked, can we have a tour of your bookshelves / reading spaces? So would you guys want to see a video of that?
Dedicated to that?
We could do like a 10-minute video of just showing off kind of our house, because we got kind of a neat house, but showing off all of our bookshelves and also like our reading areas.
Yeah.
So we got quite a few of them. Is that something you guys want to see?
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask a question back to you guys, because we could do that. I've thought about doing it, and we could do a little tour of our areas. Yeah. If you guys want to see that, we need at least 10 responses. I need about 10 comments at least saying, I want to see that.
Yes.
Because this specific commenter said that she remembers we had a neat reading chair from Instagram. Okay. And I was like,
we have quite a few, we have lots of spots to
I actually thought about doing a reel of me reading in all of our chairs.
Yeah.
Since there's so many chairs and they're all different. So what do you guys think? All right, next question. What are both of your occupations?
Well,
and
I'll let you go first.
And do you feel that reading has helped you in your job performance? Good question.
It's a good question.
So I am a mailman. I've been a mailman for a long time. And yeah, it's been a good job. Has
reading helped you in your job performance? Not necessarily.
I mean, it hasn't hurt my job performance. If anything, it's made my brain sharper.
Yeah, there you go.
Because being a mail carrier requires a very sharp brain and a very good memory. And I would say it's probably helped stimulating my brain a little bit. Because I'm not the smartest tool in the shed. So reading is helping me. But I got an excellent memory. Like I'm a ninja with names. Because my whole job is remembering people's names.
Yeah.
Addresses, and I'm really good at names. Like if I meet someone, Katie's good at ages and dates. I'm like the ninja at names.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say yes.
Yeah.
What about you?
I think so. So I don't get paid for my occupation, but I should say I get paid in lots of other ways. But I stay home full time with the kids. We've been really blessed to be able to do that. It was really honestly a dream of mine, ever since I wanted to get married and have kids. And I always thought it would be really nice if I could, be the one to be the primary caregiver of our children. So we feel very blessed that that's been, that we've been able to. We've been able to be okay off of just Corey's income. And then there was a time when I was a consultant with Usborne Books and More, and then they turned into Paper Pie. So I don't know if you're familiar with them, but they're a children's book company, and I did that for quite 6-7 years, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a nice side hustle. It gave me something to do besides being wife and mom. I mean, and I feel like it was substantial income for a while. Like it really was good for a while.
Oh yeah.
But then I feel like the company is sort of dwindling, just some of the changes that they've gone through, and I felt like it was time to step away. And Corey had always been 100% supportive of me starting it and doing it, but he said if it ever comes down to like you're not enjoying it anymore, like it's not bringing you joy and you're just stressed out, like I don't want you to do it. And so like I had to be honest with myself and be like, yeah, I just got to be done.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I liked it while it lasted, and we have quite the children's library to show for it. So I don't regret it at all. I made lots of really great connections. Like even the people that I'm not like doing the business with anymore, I still am connected with, and they've become friends. And so, I mean, it was a good experience, but I did move on from that. And then, I mean, now that we're monetized, I guess technically.
For 1 week, we are now officially professional bookworms.
Yes. So
professional book.
So
that's
I'm
the
gonna
dream
count
job.
it because we're both doing it. So
That's the dream job.
I guess I'm getting paid for that.
Exactly.
But otherwise, yeah, I've been very blessed to be able to stay home with our kids. Our big kids are in school, so I mean, I don't see them as much during the day, during the week, but we still have our youngest. She's my little buddy, and she's with me in the mornings, Monday through Thursday, and then goes to school in the afternoon. And then on Fridays, I get her all to myself. So.
Yes. All right, next question. Do you have a book you really want to read, but don't feel ready for it yet?
Oh, it's so funny because I just had a friend over today and we were talking books. She's a pretty big reader as well. And she said she's reading The Nightingale right now. And I was like, that is one that has been on my TBR for a very long time. And I feel like it is one that like I really, really want to read it. But yeah, I think the length of it intimidates me. It's historical fiction. She obviously said it's very heavy, and so I just feel like maybe now would not be the best time, just because of
Pretty much anything by Kristen Hanna. Like
it would probably be hard for me to read right now. Is what
know,
I'm saying, because I feel like of her content. Yeah.
And you've not read any of her books,
but I have,
which
several of them.
People would gasp at.
I know, but also historical fiction isn't always my jam. So it's like I do really want to read her books, and I will, but I don't know. I might just not be ready for it yet still.
Yeah. A book for me that I've wanted to read for a while now, but it is so intimidating because it's very big and I'm not sure how much I'll love it, is The Goldfinch by Donna Tartt.
Yeah,
I've talked about it a lot.
For forever.
And every time I see it, I'm just so intimidated by it, but I know it's such a good book. So I think I showed that one. Did I show that one in our student video? I don't know. I
think you did.
It'll be one of those books that I'll read, and I'll read just that book for a whole month. You know, I won't try to read 2 books that month. I'll read The Goldfinch, and I'll just do it for 1 month. I'll dedicate my whole reading to that book. But that's one I've been talking about for like 2 years now. We got that super nice copy that we showed recently, but I'm so intimidated by it because it's so big and long. And long books scare me. Me and Katie think we think a long book is like 400 pages.
Yeah. 300 is really our sweet spot.
Like 320 pages is like perfect.
Good, yeah.
So we're those wimps who think a long book is 400 pages. I know people are reading like 1,200, 900 page books.
Like, that is good for you, but like I don't know.
And it's just we're intimidated by long books. We're not long book people, but The Goldfinch, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. But I'm gonna need to dedicate a whole month to it because I won't be able to focus on anything else, and it's long. That's like, for me, it's like reading 2 books.
Yeah, essentially.
All right. Someone asked us if we read nonfiction books.
I would say I probably read more nonfiction than you do, actually. We don't talk about it as much. And when I do nonfiction, it's typically on audio. And so, I mean, I should really start talking more about the audiobooks that I do because they absolutely count as reading. It's just that like I have, you can't like physically show it. So I think that's why I don't always talk about what I'm listening to on audio. I listen to a lot of memoirs specifically, and I love those. I'm a sucker for a good memoir, especially if the author themselves are reading it. Love that.
Like an audio.
Yeah, on audio. And then yeah, I read like I don't know if you want to call it self-help or like just I don't know.
Self-help, yeah.
Yeah, I'll read some of that. I'm listening to something like that right now. And then I will listen to like Christian nonfiction sometimes too, or read that. I read my Bible, depending on where you are at spiritually. Maybe you don't think that that is nonfiction, but I read my Bible. Yeah, but I mean, definitely read way more fiction than I do nonfiction. But
Yeah. Like, I've read a little bit. We both read Crying in H Mart, which is a memoir. I read a book called The Psychology of Money last couple years ago, which is a very well-known book.
He has a new book out, by the way.
I know. So if I'm going to read nonfiction, it's probably going to be in the personal finance space because that's one of my third hobbies is personal finance. So I listen to a lot of podcasts. Like, I'm a big podcast guy. I don't do audiobooks. I'm not an audiobooks guy, but I like podcasts just because with my job, I can't really put a book on and listen to a book at work
So you gotta be
because
paying
I'm
attention.
in and out of the mail truck so much too, so I'll miss stuff.
Yeah.
Like, a podcast is perfect because I miss something, whatever. I can like get back into it, but I usually listen to personal finance podcasts because I'm a huge dork. But that's what I'm into that. So we don't read a lot of nonfiction, to be fair. Like, it's not a no, but we focus more on fiction.
Yeah, I like to kind of have an escape, honestly, from real
Nonfiction
life.
is a
but-
good thing to absorb via audio.
Yeah, that's what I enjoy. And it's like really, like you said, you have a harder time just because of your job. But like when I'm home doing chores and stuff like that, then like I can pay attention. Like when I'm just putting laundry away or, straightening up or whatever it is, like, or taking a walk. I love to just get lost in a book and can focus on it. Yeah.
All right, the next one is not a question, it's more of a comment. We got a really nice comment from a Christine T. If your husband, John T., is watching as well, you said he watches with you, we are thinking that you guys should do a buddy read together. You guys should
report back.
You guys should read a book together. If you need suggestions, like if you want something that maybe he would like, reach out. But you guys should do a buddy read together. That's amazing. Fun fact, when we started this journey on social media, I was not a reader. Katie was a reader. I was not a reader. I made videos making fun of her.
It was all satire. It was like, I'm going to be like, basically like act like Katie.
I made fun of, I kind of like was making fun of her love of books, and it was funny. But you know what? Through the journey and like connecting to the book community, you know what? I became a reader as well. So it can happen to anybody.
I didn't force it.
I know.
Just thought it was cool, actually. I rubbed off on him.
So you guys should do a buddy read together. Maybe we could all do a buddy read, like a quad buddy read.
Yeah.
If you need a suggestion, reach out. We got suggestions like for days.
Yep.
All right. So that was fun. Next question is, someone was wondering who's some of our favorite authors, like an auto-buy author or someone you've read their whole catalog. I mean, what do you think? You got quite a few good ones.
Quite a few. For sure, Emily Henry and Abby Jimenez. They are contemporary romance authors that I'm very obsessed with.
Have you read someone's whole catalog?
I can't say I've read all of Emily Henry because she did write some books like. So I need to go to her like backlist. She does have like some older ones that I don't know if they might be YA. So I've not read her YA books, but I have a couple of them, at least one of them. I've read all of her like newer stuff. I think I have read all of Abby Jimenez's books.
You did?
Actually. So I would say I think I've read everything she's written. And they're fantastic. Another auto-buy person for me now has become Emma Gray. She's fantastic, and I think she does only have those 2 books, I'm pretty sure.
So far.
So then, and she's coming out with a new one, which I'm very excited about.
She's Australian.
Yeah, she's incredible.
She's a
and so
darling.
I have read her whole catalog, if those are the only 2 books she has. I don't want to miss anyone. For a while, I feel like I have all of Geneva Rose's books.
This
definitely talked about
this
her.
commenter said that she knew we've talked about her a lot, so they
Yes,
knew that, but like
so-
who else?
Well, so I gave a couple others. I don't know if I'm missing anyone. Those
Yeah.
would be like my main
Yeah.
people for sure.
Like, I don't think I've read enough books to have like a favorite author, but some of my favorite ones that are becoming my favorite authors are John Mars. I think Blake Crouch will be one of my favorite authors, just based on what I know. But I've not read a ton of books yet to really have favorite authors, but I think we're gonna get there. I'm gonna start developing those authors as I read more books.
You know who I forgot? Taylor Jenkins Reid. She's amazing.
TJR, yeah. You're
I know I have not read her whole catalog, but I have all of her books. So I need to. So she's another one where I need to go back and read like her older books and have them. But everything that she's written since like 2017, I've read. And she's phenomenal.
Right.
She's an incredible writer.
Well, there you go.
Because right now, one of her books holds the #1 spot for my favorite book of all time.
I
So how could
know.
I forget? Yeah.
You can't do that. All right. Someone asked me specifically which John Mars book they should start with. And I think the obvious one is probably his most popular book is The One. And it's actually the first book in his Dark Future series. So it'd be a great book to start with, The One. I think it's probably his most well-known book. And it's got a good story, good intro. I read his book, You Killed Me First, which is his newest book that was out. He's working on a new book now.
That'll be my first one, I think.
But I would start with The One. I think that'd be a great book to start with. And it is the first in a series called Dark Future, where all the characters are kind of linked together. So you should read them in order. You don't need to, but you should. And that's what I'm planning to do. So I read The One, and his next book in that series is called The Passengers. So I have that in my more soon category. So I hope to do that more soon. So I would start with The One, but honestly, all of them. Like
Probably can't go wrong.
he will be an author that I will eventually read his whole backlist because I like his writing style that much, and he's just short chapters, nonstop, just drama, twists, turns. I mean, multiple perspectives. Those are all my favorite things. These are a few of my favorite things. All right, last question is a question we actually had to put. Well, not me, Katie put a lot of time into because we've answered this question before many times, but we've gotten a lot of books since we last answered it.
Do you just have it memorized?
Yes.
Okay.
Someone was wondering how many books we have.
So we did make it a little easier for me, and we only counted our personal books, not our children's books, because that would have
Just
taken
our
me
books.
much longer.
I would guess our kids probably have 500 books.
Probably.
Like between upstairs their rooms, and we have a ton in the
bunch
basement.
in the basement, some here that you can't see, but they're in our living room.
But we answer this question of only our books. This could be books we have read, we
have not read,
books these are just our books that, Do you want to I was actually shocked a little bit by the answer. I was a little surprised.
A little concerned.
But do you want to reveal the answer?
And this is also, I did it somewhat fast, so I could be off by a couple. But, and then we do have books on loan to people. Not very many right now. So I actually, like, in my head, remembered a couple. So I tallied those into my count. So yeah, we'll say, like, give or take several.
Yeah.
The number that I came up with earlier this evening is 872. It's a lot of books. And that's like between books we've read and unread.
Like books in our collection
in
right
our
now.
Collection. So we've got a lot.
So we're very close to that 1,000 book
Which means
library.
you can call it a library. But no, if we included our children's books, we already have that.
Yeah.
So
we're good. We're doing good for books. And we have read probably a third of those.
I was going to say not even half. Yeah.
Between the two of us, we have read a third of those books, probably. So we're doing good. Like the TBR is growing. We're right about that 4-to-1, 3-to-1 ratio, which I talk about a lot. You should have 3 to 4 times as many unread books as you have read books.
So there we go. We're doing it right.
So we are locked. I gotta practice what I preach. I can't just be saying stuff and not practicing it. But
yeah, we have quite the collection.
Yeah. So those are the questions. I hope this was fun to get to know us a little bit. So please let us know if you want to see our library tour. We could do that. Let us know where you're watching from if you haven't yet. Or if you have a question you want us to answer next video, we could answer a few more. That's fine.
Yeah. And if you feel like tasking yourself with counting the books you have in your house, we'd love to hear that.
Let
from
us
you.
know how many books you have, because I am still shocked by the. I mean,
I'm proud of it. I'm not embarrassed.
We just
but
bought.
it is a lot.
We just bought 43 new old books
Yeah.
at the used book sale. So
that added onto it.
I think the last time we counted, we were like in the 500s.
Maybe.
I think last time someone asked this question, we were in like the five, almost 600 range. So
Somewhere
we've
in there.
added a
We've
good amount in
accumulated.
the last 6 months, probably.
Yep.
So we're doing things right. So, other than that, thank you for watching. We'll be back to our regular scheduled programming Monday. We'll film the video, post it on Tuesday.
Yep.
I will come up with something fun to talk about, hopefully.
Yep.
We got to keep it fresh. So if anyone's got any specific ideas, let us know. We want all the comments we can get.
Yes.
Just lay them on. Just lay the comments on. Just start throwing them down. But other than that, you guys have a good weekend. We'll post. It's Friday night. We'll post this tomorrow morning-ish, sometime-ish morning. And hope you enjoyed this video.
Yep.
And we get to know you guys a little better.
Yeah. Thanks for asking questions. This was fun.
I know it was fun. Bye-bye.